If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 85 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. We start with quite a big game, to be fair. We haven't played much bigger, even though it's not a competitive game. We are playing Bayern Munich at home. FC Bayern München at the Abbey Stadium in Cambridge. Ridiculous scenes. We've done so much good so far in this particular series. Trying actually to take a 1-0 lead and actually succeeding in taking a 1-0 lead against Bayern Munich. It wasn't a full strength Bayern Munich side. They didn't have Manuel Neuer in goal, and the only outfield players, or there were a few outfield players that you'd recognise. Like I think they played Philipp Lahm, Thomas Müller, Robert Lewandowski. Rafinha, technically, I guess, is a first-team player. They actually have Blaise Matuidi in their midfield there as well, as you can see. Robert Lewandowski works the ball into Matuidi, and it's actually going to be the Frenchman that brings them back on level terms just before half-time. But, yeah, there was maybe 5 or 6 first-team players in the starting lineup, although there were a few players that were clearly youngsters that they were bringing through playing in this one. But, you know, it was a decent test for us to see where the side is at. Obviously, we've made a couple of good signings so far with regards the free agents. Somehow the referee decided that was a penalty. You're not really too sure how. Roda got his shot off and then went down, but still, referee decided to point to the spot. Thomas Müller is actually going to put them 2-1 up with a decent pen, actually a very, very good pen. But yes, yesterday we brought in some really promising youngsters, free agents, that we saw on the transfer targets video on Monday. Or on Sunday rather, so hopefully they can prove to be decent signings for us. We do have some money left, although not much, and I am in a situation where I think I'm going to need to sell 1 or 2 players to buy, or 1 or 2 first-team players to buy in some more. We have 5 or 6 fringe players that we're trying to move on, but just nobody is bidding for them whatsoever. I've got Josh Coulson is up for sale. We've got Riku Ring is up for sale. There's also Lucio Razor that's up for sale. And a couple of others as well are on the transfer list, and I'm willing to let them go. But we're not getting any bids. Not a single bid for them so far. We were lucky we got the bid for a Bogo. But that means that we do still need a first-team goalkeeper as well. So I think I'm going to have to spend the money I've got remaining right now on a goalkeeper, and then try and perhaps sell someone else on to free up the money to bring someone else in. So you can see we're getting an offer here for Fabian Casada, but I'm not exactly keen on selling him on. The player I would be interested in selling on, despite the fact that he's been tremendous for us so far this season, or this series, is Kwesi Appiah. Now, it would break my heart to sell him, to see him go. He's 26 years old, reached 70 overall for us, scored 25 goals for us last year. But it's got to the point where I really think we have to sell to be able to stand a chance of staying up in this division. So I'm trying to bargain a deal here with Wigan. £2.5 million is what I'd like, and we'll have to wait and see whether they come back with an offer for that. But after a big game at home against Bayern Munich, we're now travelling away to Germany to face Borussia Dortmund. So not only are we playing the best team in Germany, we're also arguably, obviously with the way Wolfsburg are playing this year, playing the second best team in Germany in the shape of Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, they're not really having the best of seasons domestically, but what a cross from Marco Reus into Sven Bender. Bit disappointed with the way the goalkeeper kind of dived underneath the ball, but I guess that's what you get when you've only got a 58 rated goalkeeper. We really need to bring in a keeps, so that's going to be my main target, I think, for the foreseeable future when it comes to players we want to bring in. We've still got that young winger that has got like 90 plus pace that I want to bring in as well. So and one of them, or the winger, wants about 8 grand in wages, I think, and we've got about 12 grand to spend. So I'm going to need to try and find a goalkeeper for a reasonable fee, unless of course we are able to sell on one of the fringe players, or whether we decide to sell on Kwesi and then spend that money on on a couple of players. Actually, we could afford to bring in 3 or 4 players as well. But Kwesi, of all players, has to be the one that scores the goal that gets us, unfortunately, a 2-1 defeat against Dortmund. But Kwesi scored one of the goals against Bayern Munich, and he scored the goal against Dortmund there as well. So clearly he's still having an impact in the first team. My hand is being forced. We get an offer here of 2.4 from Nancy, and I was tempted to accept it immediately, but something in my mind said, no, just wait and see what Wigan say. And then we get this offer for Jenkins Chikoe. £7.5 million from Manchester United. Now, not only is that a lot of money, it's also a series-changing amount of money, but if you look at what the chief executive reckons, he thinks he's worth 10 to 15 million pounds. So I'm putting it to you now. You guys can decide in the comments. I won't record any more until you've seen this. Do I counter about 12.5 for Jenkins Chikoui and sell him and keep Kwesi, or do I accept the offer from Nancy of 2.4 for Kwesi and keep Jenkins Chikoui and then use that money to improve the squad? It's your decision. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do we try and counter Manchester United and get as much money for Jenkins Chikoui as we can? If so, how much do you reckon I should be, what would be the lowest amount I should accept for Jenkins, whether that be the 7.5 million that they've offered, or whether I counter 12.5 and they offer, say, 8 or 9? What would you think would be the sort of level I should accept an offer for Jenkins? Or should I just sell Kwesi Appiah and use that money to try and bring in a couple of players that way around? It's your decision. I genuinely don't know what to do, because Jenkins Chikoui is obviously really young and has the potential to grow even more, but that is a large sum of money, and it's a sum of money that we kind of need right now. But the money for Kwesi could be enough to help us stay in the division, and then we could use more money next season that we get from prize funds from staying in the Premier League, and obviously any cup runs we have this season, and asking the board for some more money as well. So it's a 50-50 decision for me. I'm genuinely not sure which way to go, which is why I'm putting it to you, and I haven't made the decision yet myself. So please let me know in the comment section down below, what do I do? Do I sell Kwesi or do I sell Jenkins? Do I accept the 7.5? Do I counter 12.5 and then what it should be the lowest I accept for Jenkins, or do I go straight and accept the offer from Nancy for Kwesi Appiah, or maybe wait for the extra 100,000 to see if Wigan offer me 2.5? I don't know. I'm so nervous about this decision, because this is a series-changing decision. It genuinely is. 2 of our first-team players could be sold on to bring in large amounts of money to improve the entire squad. So it's your decision. Please let me know in the comment section down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days. And that'll bring today's episode to a close. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.